Just make sure it's recording.
All right. Hello. Hello. And greetings for midday. My name is Mrs. Nielsen, and I am one of the counselors. Thank you for waving. Okay, making you feel welcome. I am here today. We're going to go over course requests for 8th grade. So the first thing I'm going to do, you do need a pencil. So everyone grab a pencil. And I'm going to pass these out. We're going to go over them a little bit first. Do you know if someone sits down there? Okay. Anyone down here? Okay, great. Anyone else on this row? Anyone else on this row? Anyone else? We'll set one there in case they come. You have 3, 4 on this one. Okay, good. All right, so the first thing that I would like you to do.
One more time, please. We need members of Theater 2 to the Commons for pictures. Members of Theater 2, please come to the Commons for pictures.
All right, so the first thing that I need you to do is to put your first and last name so that I can read it. Okay? Don't just put Austin because I might not know who you are. Okay, so first and last name. And then I also need you to put your lunch pin. Okay, so do you have that? Great. You got first and last name. Okay. And then your lunch pin. It should be the lunch pin. Yep, you've got yours. You've got yours. Great. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at up here is the classes that are in the box. So in the box is what we call core classes. So the core classes are what we have. A lot of them are double blocked. They're the basic classes. You're going to take these core classes every year until you graduate from high school. Okay? All right. So we have English, math, science, and social studies. Below the box is what we call our required classes. So maybe you're thinking, I don't really want to take health, and you want to cross it off. It's required from the state of Utah for you to take these classes. So these ones you can't change. You have to take these classes. Now, down here you'll notice 3 boxes. These 3 boxes are what you get to choose, what you're interested in. If, for example, you take orchestra, band, or choir, you are going to need to put it on both sides because it is a year-long class. Okay? If you're not going to take one of those classes, then you would choose 3 semester classes. So these are the ones you get to choose. Now, going back up here, let me explain first. So say you're going to choose Spanish 1 and it's a year. You put the number right here, and I need to have the number. And then also I need you to do an abbreviation or write out the word so that I will know what your class you're wanting. And then you're going to have to fill the same thing out over here because it's a year. This is set up in semesters. So, yes?
What if you wanted to take year 1, like, could you put it 2 for the course 2 semesters?
Yeah, just so long as you put it in twice if it's a year, and then once as a semester class, yes.
How about the teacher's assistant?
Okay, we're going to come to that one in a minute, okay? So let's keep going with the ones we have. Now, most of you are aware that the core classes are double blocked, which means we take it every day. right? Except for your history class. Did you take that every day? No, right?
Pardon this interruption. We now need members of the Green Club to the Commons, please. Members of the Green Club to the Commons.
So if you're looking down your list, and we'll do these in a minute all together, and you choose English regular, that is awesome, okay? If you choose English honors, it is not going to be double blocked. So you may have more work in that class because you're not going every day. You will only go to honors English and honors science every other day. But because you do that, you are going to have an extra class you can take. So it can be an extra year-long class like Spanish, or it can be an extra 2 semesters like facts and coding. Okay? So when you see these honors with the course numbers underneath, that means you're going to be able to take an extra class because it's not double blocked. Everybody kind of understand that idea? As we get going, if you need help, I'll be more than happy to help you. All right, the next thing we're going to look at, does anyone know what AP advanced placement classes? Have you heard about those from maybe an older sibling?
I've heard about AP classes, but I've never asked what it was.
Okay, awesome. So AP classes are class that are above honors. So and you can only take them when you get to high school, which 9th grade is considered high school. Okay? So you are going to be able to take a college level class in 9th grade if you choose. At the end of the school year, you are going to take a test. It's like the SAGE, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get a 3, 4, or 5, and you are going to get college credit from Weber State University. Okay? So if you're kind of thinking, yeah, science is pretty easy for me. I like science. Maybe I'll try AP Science in 9th grade. What we want to do is choose the honors science for next year. That's why we're talking about AP today. So that you would know if you're going to take the AP class in the future, you would want to take honors next year. So the 3 courses that we offer here at North Davis are an AP computer class. So if you're kind of good at computers or you like the coding, that kind of stuff, maybe that's the class for you. So the classes, they don't have an honors one of those classes, but you're going to want to take some technology classes next year. Okay? The next one that you can take is science. So again, AP Environmental Science. If you're good at science, take the honors science next year. Then in 9th grade, take the AP. Okay? The last one is the history class. And it's actually AP Human Geography, because in 8th grade we do U.S. history, but in 9th grade we do geography. Then in 10th grade you do world history. They just have certain types of history classes that you take. So you'd want to try honors history. So this is a reason to take honors, is if you want to take AP. If you're shaking your head saying, no, AP for me, still think about trying some of these honors classes. If you're pretty good at writing and you're like, you know, I just want to get a little bit more challenged, you should try an honors class. A lot of times, I think kids are kind of afraid to try an honors class, but give one a try. Challenge yourself a little bit. If you like math, take an honors math class. Again, if you like English, take an honors English class. Okay? All right, everybody got all of this kind of in your brain? So now the next part we're going to go to is we're going to go over here to these electives. So these are ones you get to choose. And I'm just going to go through these briefly. All the descriptions are on the back of the paper. So, library media skills, your class is in the library. You learn about library works, how you can find research, and then you help in the library. Can you wait for a minute, and we will? Yeah, awesome. Next one down, study hall. Study hall is a class where you can go and work on homework. So let's say maybe you're not very organized, maybe you have a hard time turning in your work, maybe the study hall would be a good class for you. Maybe you want to try honors English and you just want a class where you can work on that homework. Okay? So really, study hall is for anyone. Anyone can take it. All right, creative writing is where you get to learn about different writing types. So poems, short stories, advertisements are a form of writing, communication's a form of writing. So you kind of learn all different types of writing. It's not like English where you're writing an argumentative essay. You don't write essays in there, you write short writing styles. Okay? Next one, Introduction to Foreign Language Survey. That is a class where you learn a little bit about different types of languages. So it's not Spanish. You're going to learn about Spanish, French, Chinese, German. You're going to learn maybe a little bit how to count in each one of those. You're going to learn how to make verbs in different languages. Okay? Civics is the study of the U.S. government. So if you're kind of interested in what we say politics, that's a good class for you. You learn about the president, the Supreme Court, and the Congress. Current issues is where you talk about what's going on in the news. So what's something going on in the news? Yes?
I'm kind of learning from my social studies class, but Trump
Okay.
is building this wall sign on I forgot what's called, the paper for the budget.
Correct.
Unless there's money there
For a wall,
yeah,
right?
for the wall.
That's what you do in current issues. You learn about different things like that that are in the news. All kinds of things, okay? The government shutdown. You might read an article about the government shutdown. You might read an article about immigration. So those are the kind of things you do in current issues. The last one is Pep Squad. Pep Squad is a service group that they do go to the home games, but also they work on birthdays, treats for the teams. They do the pep rallies. They do a lot of fun games and things in their class to help other students. Okay? All right. Going over to this other side over here, we have facts, which if you look on the facts is just a brief introduction of child care, interior design, clothing, textile construction, fashion design, merchandising, entrepreneur, family relations. So it's a little bit of everything. It's the beginning of these type of classes. So if you were to take facts next year, then in 9th grade you'd be able to take foods and child development. So 8th grade is kind of pre-classes before what you take in 9th grade. Okay? If you look right here, there's a whole section on technology, hacking STEM, design and modeling, robotics, creative coding. All of those are on the back of the thing. You can learn more about them, but they're pretty much what they are. You learn more about STEM, you learn more about designing things, you learn more about robotics, and they build a robot part. And then also creative coding, you learn how to do coding. I think they have coding programs that you do an app. That's like your final project in that class. Yes?
With the hacking STEM, are you like learning how to program a computer?
It does have to do with computer languages. So you're not really learning how to hack a computer, you're learning the languages of computers.
My
Yes?
brother is learning how to hack